you are asked to determine the density of the material used to make a A4 size 30 centimeters, 21 centimeter photocopy paper. Part A, you are provided with the spin balance, a triple beam balance and a chemical balance which is available in the school laboratory. What is the most suitable measuring instrument that you would select to determine the mass m of the sheet of paper? Now they have not given electronic balance. Therefore, we have to select chemical balance. But we can use electronic balance to measure the mass. In this one, they have not given electronic balance. Therefore, we have to write chemical balance. Chemical balance is not in our syllabus. It is a balance we can use to measure mass of chemicals or other masses with the small masses. Then part B, in order to determine the volume of paper, you have to take three measurements. Indicate below the most suitable and appropriate measuring instrument you would use to measure each of them. Part 1, length of the paper. Length of the paper is given as 30 centimeters. We can use meter ruler. We can obtain 10 centimeter or more than 10 centimeter lengths by using meter ruler. Then width of the paper, W. Width is 21 centimeters. Again we can use meter ruler. Then part 3, thickness of the paper, it is T. When measuring thickness, it is a small value. Therefore, we have to use micrometer screw gauge. If we are calculating percentage error when measuring thickness by using micrometer screw gauge, there will be a value greater than 100% because of it is a small reading, but there is no any other instrument to use. Then part C, write down an expression for the density D of the material used to make the paper in terms of M, L, W and T. We can consider that it is a cuboid. There is a small thickness. Therefore, we can write density equals to mass over volume. Mass is M, volume, length into width into thickness, LWT. Then part D, when measuring the thickness of the it is more appropriate to take several readings in different places of the paper. What is the reason for this? Thickness may not be uniform. Thickness may not be uniform. It is the correct answer. Thickness may not be uniform. Then part E, Roman number 1. Once the most appropriate measuring instrument are used by the student to measure L and T, the values obtained are given below. Determine the fractional error of the measurement L and T. It is not necessary to simplify your answer. Part 1, length 30 centimeters. When measuring length, we are using meter ruler. For the meter ruler, least count is 1 millimeter. Then fractional error is least count divided by reading. Then least count 1 millimeter. Reading is 30 centimeters. We have to write it in 30 centimeters. We have to write it in millimeters because of least count is in millimeters. 1 over 300. When measuring length, we can write direct answer directly without equation, because of we have used the equation in this step. Therefore, they have given thickness 0.15 millimeters. Then we can write least count of the micrometer screw gauge is 0.01 divided by reading 0.15. Part 2. In order to achieve the fractional error T, same as that of L, a student suggests to measure the thickness of a bundle of papers. How many papers does he need to make the bundle? Now we have to measure this measurement. 0.01 over 0.15 is the fractional error. We have to use n number of papers. I have considered n is the number of papers we have to use. This fractional error should be equal to this one. It is given in the question. We have to measure thickness of paper by using bundle of papers such that fractional error should be equal to fractional error of length reading. Then we have to find n value. We can cancel out decimal places. 15 divided by 15, 1, 20. Then n value is 20. We have to use 20 papers. Part F. In practice, a unit called GSM is used to measure the thickness of a paper. GSM stands for grams per square meter. Mass of 1 square meter, area of a given paper. Assume that in A and B above, M was measured in grams and L and W are measured in centimeters. Not meters, it is given in centimeters. Write down an expression for the GSM value of the paper. GSM means grams per square meter. Then we can write mass M divided by area. Mass divided by area is grams per square meter value, GSM value. When getting area, we have to write length into width, but these two values are in centimeters. But when calculating GSM value, we have to use meters, grams per square meters. Then we have to convert centimeters to meters. In this part, area is square centimeters. We have to convert it to square meters. Then we have to put 10 to the power minus 4. It is the answer for part F.